Do you celebrate your accomplishments? Perhaps you're like me and you barely even stop to recognize when you've achieved something. I think sometimes it can also be really hard to recognize these things as accomplishments, sometimes the really tiny things, because our brains tend to focus on all the things that we haven't done or all the things that haven't gone well, or why didn't I do more? And you start to then label yourself as lazy or incapable or all these negative things, and our brains are not very kind sometimes. So with all that in mind, that is what I thought that we could journal about together today. Think of something you have achieved, whether it's a big goal or ticking a small item off your to-do list. Write about how it feels and how you can give thanks for your progress more regularly. I've been listening to the Tiny Habits book by BJ Fogg. It's a book that's been around for a while, but I only have just gotten around. It's been on my list for ages and I've only just gotten around to listening to it. It's quite a long book and a little bit repetitive. However, there are some really amazing golden nuggets, and the biggest thing that I have taken away is this whole idea of celebrating. When you do the thing, do the habit, even if it's tiny, celebrate like massively, and it'll feel weird because it's really disproportionate, but that act of celebrating rewires your brain to really think much more positively, and it in effect, I guess, helps with that motivation, because then you look forward to doing the thing because you're looking forward to the celebration. And it's so interesting. He goes into more detail about the whole idea of sometimes people give themselves rewards, and he explains actually how that doesn't usually work because it isn't as closely interlinked with the thing or the activity that you're trying to improve. And he describes those kinds of rewards more as incentives, and often those incentives, they're not designed in the right way. So really fascinating, so interesting, and it's definitely got me thinking about all those little things that you just you move on, don't you? You do it and you move on and you get on with your life. And I think stopping to really recognize how far we've come, and even just those tiny things, can be really beautiful. So that is what I'm going to be doing today in my journal. I'd love to know what this prompt makes you think about. Have you been overlooking some of your own achievements? Let me know. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will be back tomorrow with another journaling idea.